Hey, good afternoon. This is Neil with Simpler Futures at Simpler Trading. Monday, November 27th, I guess. We're running pretty well into the tail end of November here. And so a couple of things about that. One, the non-farm payroll for December will be on December the 8th. And let's see. That's because it's the second Friday, right? That's the reason I'm making the note. And that's because the first Friday of the month is the first day of the month. And when that happens, a lot of times, usually actually, those reports that are on Friday are pushed back to the second Friday. Also about that, that'll be the last day that you'll be trading the December equity index futures, because the Monday following that, the 11th, will roll into March contracts, which, by the way, have a big premium over the December. I think it's 50 points, like 50 points. So that's going to create a bearish rollover gap, right? The new contract, the rule is new trades to the old. So if the new contract is the March and it's 50 higher, then in order to close a rollover gap, it has to trade back to the ending price of the old contract December, which would mean it would have to break 50 points in order just simply to make, a rollover gap. So we'll look at that, next week when we have to really zero in on that. But for right now, you can see that 45.60 is your main over under here in the ES. And I had a bearish kind of a idea for today, but it didn't matter because nothing panned out. Let me show you. For today, we had in mind a 60 over under. That was the overnight mid VWAP and balance, so 60 over under, line in the sand. And if higher, 81, because that was the prior session high last Friday. And if lower, 20 lower. None of that happened. The only thing true about this is it was 60 over under all day. That's the only thing that happened. And nothing other than that. There's really nothing on the calendar for today, though. Nor is there tomorrow. Tuesday. There's really nothing on the calendar tomorrow either. Now, Wednesday, we do have some news in the form of GDP. Thursday, we've got news. PCE will be in the econ sector. And then also OPEC will make its next statement, its meeting, make its next statement known, whether that's going to be for... the word on the streets is, the Saudis are going to push for more cuts, and that would be a little slightly bullish for crude, but we'll see. That's Thursday. And then Friday, ISM manufacturing and Fed Chair Powell speaks on Friday. But nothing Monday and Tuesday. We just get into the crux of it really Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So since the prices were, obviously moved a long way in a short period of time. And the way that it spiked up here at this 81 price and then immediately, fell off on this Wednesday, spiked up, traded for just really a fraction of a second up there, leaving, you can see this really thin trade on the top up there, and then fell off back into this like 65 balance. This was last week. Honestly, that's where my bearish kind of idea came from, that it would leave this excess up here and start to come back in and fill a little bit, not a lot, but look, it comes back in and fills back here on this naked point of control. 48. That was going to be our first bearish target today. Didn't even make that. And then I wanted to give it a chance to actually trade down here on some of this, more, heavily, I guess, traded back here on these HVNs, you can see. So that would be a target. But it just didn't break, right? So I'm gonna try to carry the same idea over into tomorrow. That means this. One, I expect nothing. I really don't expect anything. Monday today was the first day after a holiday. It often, very often, acts exactly like a Monday after a non-farm payroll report. And that means you get nothing. At the end of the day, you scratch your head and wonder, why did I even try? It's very common on a Monday following a holiday or a non-farm payroll. That's what we got today. Up, down, sideways, overlapping, right into the middle, and like nothing ever happened. I won't look for a lot tomorrow either. But my preferred, kind of lean on this is that this excess from Wednesday's high at 81 is good for a little retracement. That little retracement is, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm looking for this guy right here. That's 39. By the way, that 49, that was just to make, we were just looking to try to make like just 10 points today for an intraday kind of a trade. So you'll note that level is there, 49. But here's my target would be right there at 39. And then back here to this balance down here that I've got listed on the chart right there at, we'll call that 20, right? So if you, what I'm looking for is just a very small retracement that just comes back in, back and fill kind of a thing off of that excess and comes back in and fills in a, like a 40-20, 40 and 20, right? That's not asking a lot. That's just a very small little breather kind of a thing is all that is. And, then on the up, once we can, see if it's, where the footing is going to be for the next, press into the upside, then we'll be looking for these bull targets. Like we'll be looking for this August 4th high at 46.11, the August open at 18, this 35, and there's a gap up here at 40. These are some targets. You got 45.20 down here as a bearish target. We're going to end up with 46.20 up here as a bullish target, right? So, and right this minute we're just sideways. I mean, it's you can see where the lean, long, or short is decided from. It's pretty clear. It's right there on balance, right there at what we determined we would use today for the over-under. And, you give it a chance, and you decide when and where you trade. The market will decide when and where and how we're paid. If it can't move, then there's not much opportunity. But it will eventually, right? It'll move. It's just right this minute, it's kind of just stuck. So that's it. I don't know what else to say. Just get ready for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. Wednesday, GDP. Thursday, PCE and OPEC. So that's going to make crude go kind of crazy on Thursday. My lean there is it's bullish back to $80. And then Friday, you got ISM, manufacturing, and Fed Chair Powell speaks on Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is where it's at this week. Until then, just kind of try to keep your head in the game and pay attention and just not lose too many marbles, in this chop until we get to participate in the next move of substance. Take care.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me